guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel. My name is Shin. If you have not been here before, welcome. If you have been here before, welcome back. You guys know what is up with that. So I am a makeup addict, a makeup lover, whatever you'd like to call me. I cover everything here on my channel from drugstore all the way up to luxury makeup. I do cover some fashion on here as well as skincare. If you think that is something that you would be interested in, make sure you do hit that red subscribe button down below as well as the bell notification beside it if you want to stay up to date with my videos, because you guys know I'm not the most frequent uploader and I tell you in every video. But yeah, that's going to be my spiel for today. So we are going to be trying out a new eyeshadow palette. This is from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the holiday release, the Instant Eye Palette Smoky Eyes Forever. So it's this palette right here, really pretty packaging. I like the black. Has kind of all of the info, ingredients, all that stuff on the back. And then on the top, it does have all of the little like quadrants. See if I can get that to zoom in. There you go. So you can see you get a little green one, you get a more pinky tone, a more red tone, and then kind of a lighter like pinky champagne tones, which some of these are pretty typical of Charlotte Tilbury, I'm not gonna lie. I do have her palette from last year. I really do like that palette, so that's why I actually picked this one up. It is pricey. This is 95 Canadian dollars. I know it's a little bit less on the US site, but obviously Canadian pricing is always a little bit higher. But yeah, I did go ahead and pick it up. Like I said, I know it's pricey, but I do love these palettes from her. I love the one last year, and I think it's better than her quads, to be honest. So that's why I went ahead and got this. I just couldn't resist. And the green little quadrant in this looks so pretty. I also like the layout in these. So yeah, we're just gonna play around. I think I'm gonna do two different eye looks. But if you guys are interested in seeing me try this out, my first impressions, a couple eye looks, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so like I said, this is the palette here. That is the outside packaging. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up so you can see the inside of the palette. Now she does include these little like plastic inserts in her palette. Can you see that? It's got 1, 2, 3. Essentially it shows prime, enhance, and smoke. And that's supposed to be how you use the shadows that are in the palette. I don't necessarily do that. I don't like being kind of like told how to use an eyeshadow palette. I like to just use it, but I do appreciate for beginners, it could be something to follow by. Now, let's look at this packaging. Oh my goodness. I love the black packaging on this. It looks so beautiful. And then on the back, it has the same thing that shows you the 1, 2, 3, the way you can use these shadows. And inside, you're going to get a total of 12 shadows. Ooh, I think this palette is so, so pretty. I love that it has that black on the end too if you really want to do a smoky eye, considering it is a smoky eye palette. I think they could have used one darker matte in here though. I don't know, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? But I think they could have used at least one darker matte. There is quite a few shimmers in this guy. So that is the palette right there. So there is a total of 5 mattes and the other are kind of shimmery or metallic shades that are in the palette. Last year, I think this palette was all like satin shimmers and like metallics. There was no mattes in that palette. It is nice that she actually decided to put some mattes in here. I'm like excited to use this. I think I'm gonna zoom in and I'm gonna do a couple different eye looks with this. Now, the way she designs this is that you can do a look with each of like the little like 3-pan parts in the palette, so you can do a look with each of them. I do definitely want to do something with the green, and then I think I'll do something over here and kind of mix in some of these colors. But I'm excited to dive into this. I'm not going to give you any more info on the product. Again, this is her holiday release. It is available on her website now, so if you do want to purchase it, I will link it, of course, down below. She did come out with 5 really matte lipsticks as well. I didn't pick any of those up. I don't think I've seen them when I ordered this. I got this on early launch, but those are available if you're interested. Again, I will link this down below as well as those lipsticks if you are curious. But I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in and we'll get started on the look. All right, guys, so I do have you zoomed in, I think, enough. So we're going to go ahead and go into the sky. I'm going to start out with a BK Beauty 202 brush. So this one right here. I love the BK Beauty brushes. This is one of my favorite crease brushes. So we're just going to go in first. I think I kind of want to go in. I'm just going to go in and kind of set a little bit on my eyes with this. I did use the Cyan eye primer. It's a Korean beauty brand. I do use a bit of Korean Beauty, just as an FYI, but you may not know that brand. But it is a Korean beauty brand. I got it off Yes Style. I really like it as an eyeshadow primer. It's not one that's like covers anything. I did put a little bit of my foundation on my eyelids as well, but yeah, I did go ahead and put that on. So I'm gonna put that on both sides, but I need to remember only to do one side of my eye because I want to do 2 different looks. So I'm going to go in first with this shade down here in the green section. There's no names on these, I don't think. Is there? I don't see any names on these. So we're just going to do that. So we're going to start with this eye. I'm just going to start really kind of putting that in the crease. Now this is kind of like a matte, like more cool tone, kind of neutral leaning brown. I love her shadows. They're usually super, super pigmented. It doesn't take much at all to get like a beautiful wash of color on the eyes. They blend out really easily. You can see that there. There is some kick up that happens in the pan. I don't know if you can see that. You will get kick up in the pan of her palettes. Like I find that with all of her palettes, especially these bigger ones, but the pigmentation is beautiful. So for me, it doesn't really matter. So we're really going to focus this in here. I think I'm going to do the green look on this eye. I'm going to kind of smoke that out a little bit so it's up a little bit further out of my crease, because this is like the beginning shade I want to start with. I do really think that's pretty though. No issues at all with that one. And then I think I'm going to go in with the deeper green shade. This one has, so that's the shade right there. It's a metallic, but I know I could get away with using that on my outer corner. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go in with the same brush and I'm just going to dip that in. Yeah, and it picked up pretty good. So then I'm just going to place this on the outer part of my lid. It's a really pretty shade actually. And even with a brush like this, it's picking up quite nicely, which is good because sometimes these kind of like metallic-y shades don't pick up as well on a crease brush like this. Usually people will pick them up more with like a shader brush, but that is looking decent. Okay. So let's go ahead and keep building that up. And I don't want to take it too much over here. I really want to focus it on this part of my eye, just slightly over there. Ooh, that's really pretty. That is pretty. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Super, super pretty. Okay, so then I'm going to take this really pretty green that's right here, and I'm going to actually take, do I want to take a brush with this one, or do I want to take my finger? So I might actually go in with this Sigma E55, this eye shader brush. This was part of their, what collection was that? The Ambiance collection. I got that palette and really loved it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take that and just kind of coat that color on there. Can you guys see that? Yeah, so I'm going to coat that on there. It feels really soft. It applied to the brush really nicely. And we're just going to start applying that. And I'm just applying this like to the brush. There's no like wetness or anything on the brush. I'm just literally applying it dry. I think if you did apply it though wet, it would be really, really pretty. So let me come in a little closer so you guys can really see that. I'm really focusing that on that inner part of my eye. I'm gonna bring it over just a little. Ooh, that is so pretty. Isn't that gorgeous? That is really pretty. I really do like that. Okay, that's super pretty. And I like being in a little bit closer to the camera. I feel like you guys can see better. So I think I might actually take, do I want to take some of this black? I feel like I do. Or do I want to take some of that brown? I think I am going to try to take some of the black. And do I want to do that same brush or do I want to do something different? Let me see what I want to use for a brush. Okay, so I think I am going to go with that black, but I'm going to go with a Laura Lee Los Angeles L19 brush. So this one right here, because I think I can pack it kind of in that part and not go too overboard. Yeah, it's pretty pigmented when you dive in, so I'm just going to really kind of focus that. I almost went to the other side. Sometimes if I get too much on my brush when I'm doing a full look, I'll put it over on the other side. Obviously we're not doing that. And I think I can get this where I want it. I'm really just focusing this on this outer corner. I don't want to fully lose my green. I'm going to take more of that green. I'm really going to work that back in so it kind of goes along with that color. Ooh, I think that turned out really pretty. What do you guys think? I think I just need a little blending right here. So I'm just going to just lightly, not adding anything to this brush, just kind of blend that up a little bit. Okay, I think that looks really, really pretty. What do you guys think? I do really quite like that. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go in and try a different look on this other eye, and afterwards I'll put like liner and mascara on so you can see the full effect of the look. But so far, I think it looks pretty good. Okay guys, so now I think I'm gonna go in. I think I'm gonna start, what color do I wanna use? What color do I want to use first? I think I'm gonna go in maybe with this brown. I know it's like a deeper brown, but I kind of wanna go with the brown. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that on my same BK Beauty 202. I just gave it a quick little cleaning off camera. So I'm gonna dip that in and I'm gonna start placing that. Oh yeah, that's pretty pigmented. So I'm gonna take my time with this one. I don't wanna get too crazy so that it turns out muddy. And her shadows, like I said, are pretty easy to blend, but you can go overboard and you can blend them out, but it's better to just kind of build with her shadows, especially these palettes, because they are, like I said, they're quite pigmented. I'm getting a little fallout down there. It's not too bad. I usually do my eyes first for that reason, but I thought since I was coming on camera, I would actually, you know, do my makeup so I didn't look like shit. And I'm filming this later at night, by the way. What time is it? Yeah, it's like 7:53 I'm filming this, but, you know, it's okay. I applied makeup just before I started filming, which is kind of sad. Okay, I mean, I had no issues with that shadow at all. That one's really, really pretty, that brown. Huh. I kind of want to go in with this shade here with just my finger, I think. So I'm just going to put that on my, ooh, it looks really pretty. Are you going to focus on that? Focus on it. Ooh, here's the shade. There we go. There we go. It focused. Really, really pretty. Okay, so we're going to go in with that shade. So I have that on my finger, and we're going to put this right up on this part of my eye. I don't think I want to put it on the inner portion. I want to put that lighter pink shade. Ooh, this is pretty. I do think though, if you have like a lot of Charlotte palettes, I mean, you probably have this shade. Not gonna lie. Quality though is really good. Like I can't say anything bad about the quality of this. It's really, really pretty, which I think you can see on camera. I hope that it's like actually translating on camera how pretty this is, but for me it is. And then I really want to go in with this shade right here. It's like a really, really pink shade. It just looks really light and metallic and my kind of thing. Oh my goodness, yes. That is stunningly beautiful. Okay. I'm actually going to take that same Sigma brush that I cleaned off and I'm going to take a little bit more of that. I'm really going to focus this here. That's beautiful. Now I kind of, because I'm like going crazy here. Ooh, that shade is so pretty too. Can you see that? That's so pretty. Okay. I'm not going to use that though because I already have a lot going on. I think I'm going to go into this like, do I want to go into that lighter shade down here? Maybe I'll put that on the inner corners. So I'm going to actually build up this shade again. I'm going to dip in. You do get fallout with the brush, and I'm going to assume you probably get more fallout on the lid, or on, yeah, I'm getting more fallout down here with using that. That's okay. And then I'm going to go with that lighter shade again. So I really want that to pop. I'm going to marry those two together. Ooh, look at that. That's so, so pretty. This is like my kind of eye look. Like I love something like this, so bear with me. I'm gonna put a little more of that brown just where it's kind of like blending there. Just gonna put a little bit more of that and kind of flick it out a little bit. I'm really gonna kind of mesh that together. Do I want to put a little bit of this like red shade? Do I? I don't know. I think I'll mix a little bit of the red and the brown and just see what happens. I feel like it'll go good with this shade. Oh yeah. It stayed mostly brown, which is what I wanted. I think I'll put a little bit of the red just right here. Ooh, that's really pretty. What do you guys think? A little bit down more. I think that turned out so pretty. Super easy eye look to do, both really gorgeous. I can't say anything bad about it. I did get some fallout, and like I said, there is some fallout in the pans, but I'm just gonna brush it off. I'll finish off the eye look off camera. I'm just gonna do a little bit maybe on the lower lash line and nothing crazy. I'll probably just go in with the darker shades that I used up here on my lower lash line. I'll put some mascara on and then I will be back. All right guys, so I went ahead and finished my mascara off camera, and I just dusted away whatever was underneath my eye area with this L12 brush from Los Angeles. It dusted off really easily, no issues there. And yeah, that's what the eyes are looking like. I actually didn't put any liner on. I didn't put anything on the lower lash line. I often don't wear eyeshadow on the lower lash line. I like to just have my mascara fairly long there. So that's what I did. I used the, if you're curious, the Rare Beauty mascara, this one right here. This mascara is really lovely. Like, it's quite nice. Yeah, that's just with 2 coats. I think it looks beautiful. Like, it makes me, like, not care if I wear liquid liner, which is amazing. But yeah, that's the 2 eye looks. What do you guys think? Pretty basic, but Charlotte Tilbury palettes are pretty basic. But overall, I like how the look turned out. Again, that is the palette and that is the eye looks. Okay guys, so I went ahead and zoomed you out because that is pretty much going to do it for this video. I just want to come on and play with the new Instant Smoky Eyes palette, the new holiday palette from Charlotte Tilbury. So far so good. Again, I like the quality of last year's palette. I had one other one prior from her. I can't remember which one it was, but I liked it as well. So I personally think all the shades are really beautiful. They're really wearable, great for holiday. I like that she added the green shades in here. Again, I know it's not revolutionary and Charlotte Tilbury never is, but I like the palette. I think it's sleek and pretty. I love the black. Last year it was silver, so I like the black and gold on this one. Overall, I'll have to keep playing with the palette, but I really did like it. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing with it. I think the looks both turned out really nice. Again, you guys will have to let me know what you think in the comments. Everything applied nicely. I didn't have any problem with the shadows, so a really great first impression on this one. But yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Again, if you liked the video, make sure you do give me a thumbs up. It does help my channel out. And like I said earlier, hit the bell if you want to be notified of my videos. But yeah, I love you guys so, so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys!